We all love cheesesteaks and we all love burgers. I'm gonna show you how to make this homemade, decadent cheese sauce so you can make a life-changing cheesesteak burger. If you wanna see how to do that, it's coming up right now. At GQue, one of our most popular specials is the brisket cheesesteak sandwich. If you don't have time to smoke a whole brisket, I'm gonna show you today, right now, how to make it on a burger. Let's get our fire started by filling this chimney up so we can get these coals roaring hot. How about some 4th of July fireworks? Can't have cheesesteak without peppers and onions. I'm gonna chop up some green bell, some orange bell peppers, a little sweet yellow onion. Going for a somewhat thin cut on these yellow onions. Something that looks like this. And a jalapeno for heat. I find to make a good cheesesteak, you gotta add some hot pepper. If the jalapeno's not hot enough for you, check out a serrano or a habanero pepper. I got the PK grill set up for 2-zone cooking. What I love about 2-zone cooking is it gives me complete control as a cook. I got all my coals off to one side. That's gonna be my hot side. First thing we're gonna do is saute down those vegetables. Add a little bit of oil. I like to coat the whole pan. Peppers, onion. And here comes the heat, the jalapenos. Make sure you include those seeds. We're gonna sweat those down. Season up with my go-to, GQue Barbecue the rub. I'll put a link down below if you wanna try it. A lot of people always think the rub belongs on meat, but it is excellent on vegetables, particularly potatoes. Got some good color on the peppers and onions. Let's get the signature bourbon flavor into these peppers and onions. The trick is to remove this off the heat, particularly if you don't have experience doing this. We're gonna light it on fire to cook off the alcohol, but we're still gonna maintain that sweet bourbon flavor. So take a look down below, and what you'll see left is a bourbon syrup. This is where we're gonna get all of our flavor into our cheese sauce. So our peppers and onions are done. We've got that good bourbon syrup that's inside the pan. The next thing I'm gonna do is make a roux. We make a roux because that acts as a thickener to the cheese sauce. The roux is just equal parts flour to equal parts butter. Our butter's melted down, so I'm gonna add the equal parts flour. When making a cheese sauce, we're gonna be adding milk as the base. We need to warm the milk up first before we add it, otherwise the consistency won't get right. You can do this in separate pots and pans, but I'm a big fan of one-pot cooking. I love keeping all the flavors together, and it's less dishes at the end of the meal. So our roux has got that golden brown color. We're gonna go ahead and add the warm milk. Now that the base for the cheese sauce is done, it's time to add the cheese. Today I'm using a nacho blend. It's shredded pepper jack and cheddar. Use whatever cheese you like, but I like getting that heat in there. Take a look at this cheese sauce. We got that sweet bourbon syrup we made. We sauteed off those peppers and onions. We got that decadent homemade cheese sauce with the pop from the jalapeno peppers. This is gonna be absolutely killer when we put it on the burgers. For the ground beef, we're using 80-20, loosely, and I stress loosely, form the patty to shape your bun. Since we're simulating a cheesesteak, we're using a cheesesteak roll, so we want to form a nice long and lean burger patty. We're going to season up the patties with salt and fresh cracked black pepper. Let's season up the backside of our patties. We're going to melt off some butter so we can baste the burgers and also toast the buns. I'm going to let the burgers just take on a little bit of heat before I add them to this roaring hot side. In order to get maximum amount of filling in here, go ahead and remove some of the bread. Thing we're going for most with the toasted buns is just that texture. Get that good crispy exterior with the soft buttery interior. That's what we're going for, just a good crispy texture. I'm gonna cook these burgers on the cool side until they reach an internal temperature of about 130 degrees. This is gonna ensure nice and even cooking. Now that they're at 130 degrees, I'm gonna sear them off on the hot side so we get that good flavorful crust. One drink comes to mind to wash down this decadent cheesesteak burger. It's got to be a bourbon and cola. Now for my favorite part, the taste test. Absolutely incredible. Washing it down with that bourbon and cola hit the spot. You saw how easy it was to make that homemade cheese sauce. You can do that. If that looked good, if that's something you want to try, give me a thumbs up. If burgers are your thing, I got an entire playlist right here. Jason Canal, GQue Barbecue, and I'll see you on the next one.